It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing games are missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so there is life after being world champion for Raymond Ford. And as some of you guys may know, Eddie Hearn was saying before the Nick Ball-Ray Vargas fight that a fight that he would like to explore would have been Raymond Ford versus Nick Ball in a unification fight if Nick Ball became champion against Ray Vargas. But unfortunately, the judges screwed Nick Ball out of his right because he did more than enough to win the fight. They screwed him out of being the champion, and they scored the fight a draw, so he didn't get the belt. But Raymond Ford did say, and I quote, "I will still give you a shot at my title, Nick Ball." So there you go. Raymond Ford's still open to it. We know that this would be, if it was going to happen, it would have to be part of that Matchroom versus Queensberry card that's been talked up. For those of you who know, and for those of you who don't know, in Saudi, Turkey Al-Sheikh and all those guys over there, they were talking. They've been discussing doing a card where 5 Eddie Hearn fighters fight 5 Frank Warren fighters in a like a dual type of card where, to see which promoter has the superior fighters. I guess, right? Queensberry versus Matchroom, Death Row versus Bad Boy type stuff, right? But as far as this fight, I like this fight a lot. Obviously, I've been very, very I've been humbled a little bit, a lot. Raymond Ford showed a lot in the fight against Otabek Komatov, so I give him my respect as I gave it to him in person. I like this fight stylistically because I think Nick Ball, he's 5'2". He's built like a fire hydrant. He comes forward. He's very physically strong. I think he would present some different challenges than a guy like Otabek Komatov. Otabek Komatov's a bit more leaner and longer and lankier. He's not a guy that relies on his physical strength as much as a guy like Nick Ball. But I think it's a fight where, probably even more so than Otabek, I think Raymond Ford is going to have his counter-punching opportunities against a guy like Nick Ball. And on top of that, if what I've heard is true, because I had a long, detailed conversation after the Raymond Ford-Otabek Komatov fight with both Raymond Ford's coaches, Coach Anthony and Coach Reg, and they both informed me, and Coach Anthony said it in the interview as well when I talked to him. They both informed me that, like, the way Raymond Ford boxed against Edward Vasquez and Aaron Perez, that's really not how he boxes. Like, the way we saw him box prior to Otabek, he's actually the opposite in the gym, where he's a fighter that likes to fight in the pocket, and they got to normally calm him down in the gym, right? So I would like this fight because I think this fight would be a good test of Raymond Ford's discipline as a fighter. It'd be a good test of, could he pick his spots? And he picked his spots very nicely against Otabek, win the box, win the fight, win a counterpunch. But a guy like Nick Ball is going to pull out every trick in the book. He's going to, as you saw Ray Vargas, he's going to do the elbows. He's going to maul you. It's not going to be pretty, And that's where I think Raymond Ford's sharpness, his boxing skills, those kind of things will come into play. And look, I think if they were to fight, you're going to get a very pissed off Nick Ball, a guy that's going to be feeling like he should have the green belt around his waist, and he doesn't because Eddie Hearn, or because the judges, they weren't watching the proper fight, and they gave it a draw. So it is what it is. But I hope this is a fight that can happen. Raymond Ford could stay in the division theoretically and maybe fight a unification fight. There's so many options for him. I mean, I think he's in a great position because, Eddie Hearn has to come correct now with the money. And if he doesn't, then Raymond Ford could always just go leave his contract and match him whenever it's done. I'm not sure if the Otabek fight was his last fight or if his next fight's his last fight, but I know his contract is up soon. So regardless of when it ends, Eddie Hearn has to come correct. He has to come correct, and he has to pay that man because he lost the purse bid. Raymond Ford was against insurmountable odds, and by the grace of God, he overcame those insurmountable odds and got a 12th round stoppage against Otabek Komatov. But you don't want to roll the dice too many times in boxing, and I know that Ford's going to want to eventually, maybe do a fight in Camden, or maybe he wants to do a unification fight. Maybe this fight could be the fight that he has in Camden, New Jersey. Who knows? But nonetheless, he has opened up the possibility that he would like to fight Nick Ball, still give him a shot at the title, still give him a shot at the belt. And I think it's a good fight for the division. You know, Raymond Ford proved himself in a mighty and major way against Otabek Komatov. And Nick Ball really should be champion right now. So for me, I look at both these guys as two fighters in the featherweight division whose stock is up at the moment. And I would like to see this fight. So we'll definitely watch this space, and we'll see what happens with Nick Ball. We will see what happens with Raymond Ford. Obviously, Ray Vargas did say that he would do the rematch with Nick Ball in Saudi, but they'd have to pay him like 3 times the amount of money. And let's be real, like, nobody's paying. He's lucky he got paid what he got paid to fight Nick Ball, because Ray Vargas is one of the least entertaining Mexican fighters in boxing. That's just the truth. But Raymond Ford versus Nick Ball, that's a fight I can get behind. That's a fight that I like, and Raymond Ford is behind it. I'm sure Nick Ball will be more than open to the idea of getting another title shot against a formidable champion like Raymond Ford. So make of that what you will. What do you guys think? Raymond Ford versus Nick Ball. Who you guys favoring and why? Leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. I'm at the Boxing Hall of Fame out here in Canterbury, New York. And for more great boxing content just like this video, make sure you click and subscribe right over here.